Right, good evening everybody. Here we are, Wednesday evening, back again for not a Fast 50 online pub quiz. I'm going to say that a lot tonight. I'm going to keep saying Fast 50 and we're not doing Fast 50. Tonight, we are doing a Fast 60 quiz. Yeah, a bumper quiz. The only time we've done this, I think, with 60 questions was when I treated you Harry Potter fans. I think I bumped that up. I stuck that out at 60 because I got so into writing the Harry Potter questions I ended up with too many and just decided to do it. So a fun quiz tonight. Something that lots of you have been asking for. I don't know whether you're going to enjoy it or not, but I really hope that you do. Every single question is true or false. It is as simple as that. Now, they're not going to be some of the crazy facts. Well, not all of them are going to be some of the crazy facts and trivia and made up stuff that I often come up with true or false questions. There will be straightforward statements and you've got to go for true or false. It really is as simple as that. There is a few of the daft ones in there as well. The really daft trivia and the really obviously made up stuff that always seems to throw you. Anyway, well done, Andre. You got the imaginary bonus point this evening. Congratulations to you. I will give a shout out to the Welsh at the moment. The Welsh are winning in the Euros, which is very exciting. We will be talking about the Euros a little bit tonight for various reasons. But first of all, let's go back and see how well you did last week. So who came out on top? Well, it was the Family Turp. Now, let's just first of all have a look at the scores here. 4,880 was the top score, which suggests that last week maybe it was a bit of a tougher quiz. Family Turp did take the win, and that makes it back-to-back wins for Craig and family. Well done to you guys. Quizengers coming in second. James, Cobra, Andra and V all managing to finish ahead of Bula, who has not won a quiz for a couple of weeks now, but every time I say that, he tends to come in and start winning. So, have I just ruined it for you all? We will find out. Well done also to Alex, Alina and Ruxy, who all managed to finish in the top 10. Cracking quiz last week, really enjoyed it. Let's hope we have a nice close one again today. Right, game rules. So game rules, pretty much as you would expect. There's not so much changes tonight, just things that are missing. Okay, so there will no longer be any multiple choice pictures. There will be no open-ended, obviously. It is multiple choice, A or B on every single question, true or false on every single question, and that is it. 100 points still if you get it right, 0 points if you get it wrong, and still with the speed bonus of up to 50 points depending on how quickly you answer. The faster you answer, the more points you will get. There are no multiple answer questions tonight, obviously, because everything is true or false. We still give you the 30-second gap in between for you to shout at me and tell me what I have got wrong or to dispute my true or false statements. And tonight, you're only getting 10 seconds because there are less answers. There's less multiple choice answers. You know that the answers are going to be true or false. We're not messing about tonight. You've got to answer quickly. 10 seconds to hear and read the question and also answer. So you've got to be swift. Now remember, going back to the olden days when we first started out, we were doing 10 seconds for normal questions. So this really should be a bit of a doddle for you. There are 60 questions instead of 50. I thought I'd write extra because we're doing less time to answer. So I thought I'd give you a little bit more. Let's hope that works. Anyway, here we are with the England crowd here. England off to a flyer at the Euros. I say a flyer, a bit slow out the blocks, but we still won, which is lovely. First time in a long time that we've won the first game at the Euros, if ever. Maybe Charlie will tell me, he knows his stats. And talking of Charlie, Charlie was the guy that finished in 50th place last week, winning himself a prize and also getting the chance to choose a random round for the next quiz. And the round that he went for, you guessed it, is this. It is the Euro football tournament. Now, just to clarify, so that you can be absolutely sure, for those of you that are bothered, we're not talking about just the Euro tournament that is currently taking place. Charlie said, essentially the history, anything you like. So, the Euro tournament started many, many decades ago. I have got questions covering the entire period. Yes, there will be some questions about this year's tournament as well, but 10 questions going all the way back to when it started. Now, the good news here, of course, is that if you hate football, it's fine because you've got a 50-50 shot of getting this right. The questions will pop up slightly different to usual because we are doing 60 questions. We will do them between 25 and 34, which is smack bang in the centre of the quiz. And right there in the picture is what I think we can all agree was probably one of the greatest finals ever. I think it was 88. I want to say 88. It was 88, wasn't it? Yeah, Ruud Gullit, Marco van Basten, Bullet with the Gullit with the bullet header, should I say. Van Basten with possibly the greatest goal ever scored, regardless of tournament or whatever. Just genius. Right, prizes. We're going to stick with a prize that we gave away last week. It was very well received by our winner. And you tonight can also win the same thing. All you've got to do is be the fastest person to answer the first question. Whoever is top of the tree, top of the league, after question number 1 will win a bottle of wine to be consumed this weekend at Mojo. And it's a good weekend to go and have your bottle of wine. England play Scotland. I did warn you guys, I am going to talk about football a little bit here. England play Scotland on Friday night, 10 o'clock at night. So what a good night that would be to go along and enjoy your bottle. Or, of course, you can go along during the day. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. But all you've got to do to win a nice bottle of wine is be the first person to top the leaderboard after question number 1. And look, there is Mojo in all its glory. That is the karaoke bar and where we do a lot of our speed quizzing. And if you didn't see it today, we've got news. Yeah, we're going to return. We're talking football here again. So again, I apologise if you don't like football, but hopefully, even if you're not a football fan, you will appreciate that we are back with our first live event back in the real world. Yes, we have limited numbers, which is annoying but necessary. But we will be going back into the bar next week. Now, sadly, this does mean, of course, that there won't be a Fast 50 quiz because I can't be in 2 places at once. But we will be out in the real world, seeing some of you face to face for the first time in nearly, 16 months. And it's going to be a fun one. A football speed quiz covering all manner of questions on football. Every single thing that we can think of is going in here. 100 questions, 5 rounds, loads and loads of prizes. Casa Rwana will be back involved, raising some money, giving away lots of great prizes in their charity raffle. And of course, there is a big game right afterwards. Portugal versus France will be on the screens back in the main bar after we speed quiz with you. Half the tables have already gone after just putting this up today. So if you want to book a team, please be nice and quick. Teams of 4. The price has gone up ever so slightly because we've got to account for the amount of people that are coming in, but we are looking to invest that in prizes going forward. You know, we want to try and put as much back into these quizzes as we can. And just to reassure those of you that don't want to come and do a football speed quiz, and I know there's lots of you that really, really do, but for those of you that don't, we have got the other quiz that was postponed back in March. It's coming. It is the TV comedy quiz. We've got it ready. We'll probably be doing that at the start of July. Okay, the start of July. So watch this space. That is coming up as well. And don't forget, if you are a silver or a gold Patreon, entry is free, but you do need to book. Please book by emailing quiz@mojomusic.ro. Let's quickly go through the other prizes that we have then. So a prize for the first person to top the leaderboard, and then the overall winner tonight will win Tea for Two down at Infinity. Monday to Friday is when you can claim it between 11 o'clock and 8 p.m. The winner, I will send you the phone number of the nice lady you need to call. Just give her a quick call and book yourselves in. You do need to book ahead of time because this place is super, super popular, and even more so when it rains because everybody goes inside. So it's important that you must book. Yeah, that's for our winner tonight. Good luck. Tons of pizza. I've got to make an apology to 2 players that I messed up, I'm afraid. They did send me their phone numbers exactly as I asked them to, nice and quickly, and I forgot to send them, put them on the list and send them to Jerry's this week. So huge apologies, but I've spoken to both of you. You're both being very kind and appreciating that I do make mistakes all the time. And I'll hold my hands up to it, but you will get your pizza vouchers in the next batch, I promise. But if you finish in 10th, 15th, 20th, 25th, 30th, 35th or 40th tonight, you too will win a pizza. And just like our other players from last week, please send me a message as quickly as possible with your name and number so that I can send them off to Jerry's. And I promise this week I will absolutely do that and not miss anybody out. 50th place. Now, this is becoming more and more popular. There's loads of us now down at F45 working out. It's brilliant. Loads of us from the quiz. It's so lovely to go in there and see friendly faces that normally I only see in the bar. We're just having a really good time. You can come and join us as well. Anyone can go down there for a week for free. But if you want to get yourself a whole month's membership for F45 training in Bucharest, all you've got to do is finish in 50th place tonight. And the important bit here is you get a chance to choose a theme for 10 questions at next week's quiz. There are a couple of terms and conditions with this prize. You can't claim a month if you are already a member or if you have already taken a membership with them or won the prize essentially before. So it is for first timers. If that's you, if you finish in 50th and you have already claimed this prize or you are already a member, we have got a few members that are playing along tonight, then I will come up with a nice alternative prize for you between you and me. I will think of something. Onto the lucky wheel. We're going to put Afro Nellies on the wheel tonight. So if you come up on the lucky wheel for gold and silver Patreons, at the end of the quiz, we'll arrange for 100 lei to spend in store at Afro Nellies for all your African foods and other stuff as well. They've got loads of really nice stuff in there. And of course, our good friend Kingsley, who you know is the fashion designer and artist, he also has partnered with Afro Nellies now, has a little department in their store where you can buy his t-shirts and his books as well. Maybe see him personally or sign your books. So thank you to Afro Nellies. They will go on to the lucky wheel this evening. We will come over to our live game screen, and yes, I will show the QR code because it doesn't matter, because you can't enter unless you know the password. The password is available. I should remember this because I'm always really clear about, I can't show the QR code or the code for the quiz. And then I think, hold on, it doesn't matter because you've all got a password, and without the password you can't get in, can you? So there you go. If you are a Patreon, you have got the password within notifications on Patreon, and you can go to myquiz.org, play along on your phone or your tablet, 738576, or zap the QR code, which is right there. Do that and get in. All right, Sue, hot and sunny in Tunbridge. Well, good for you. It is not here. It's muggy. That's a nice British word, isn't it? Muggy, but raining. Raining, non-stop. Mona, good evening to you. Charlie, bit of a favourite tonight for you, I'd like to think, mate. 60 questions, 50 of them are general knowledge, but 10 of them are right up your street. You are a genius when it comes to football, I know, so the very best of luck to you. Jen, good evening to you guys over in the UK as well. Christian, lovely to have you along. Okay, lots of you signing in, which is great. So just a reminder, every single question is true or false tonight. There are 60 of them, not 50, so many points to be had. Will we get anybody getting 6,000 points tonight with there being 60 questions? That would be something, wouldn't it? That really would be something. So for those of you that are suffering here in Bucharest or around Romania with the quite awful weather that we have here, our Brits are telling us how beautiful it is in the UK. I'm told it was one of the hottest days of the year over there. I could be wrong, but I think it was one of the hottest days over the year. So there are the Terps. Craig signing in. They are going for the hat-trick tonight. Another football reference for you there. Craig going for 3 wins in a row with the family Terp. Let's see if they can do it. Okay, I think we should get into this, everybody. Remember, you can win a prize on the very first question. Whoever is top after question number 1 wins a bottle of wine to enjoy behind me here in Mojo this coming weekend. The very best of luck. 60 questions. This is going to take a while, but let's have some fun and get to it. Away we go. First question is on your screens. Daffy Duck can fly. True or false? Daffy Duck can fly. Now, for those of you that join us for game night on Saturdays, you know the answer to this. It's true. And so many people saying false. And I did my research because we had an almighty argument over whether Daffy Duck could fly. And it's absolutely true. He can. And we have so much proof. So much proof. Anyway, Shakaria Munchen, I believe that's you, Christian. You've won yourself a bottle of wine to enjoy at the weekend at Mojo. Well done to you, mate. 150 points. He jumped in straight away. Christy got 150 as well, but Christian just ahead of you. Away we go with your next fact. Prince Harry is taller than Prince William. True or false? Prince Harry is taller than Prince William. Just 10 seconds to answer, remember, so we're going to whiz through these questions. It is false. It is false. 54% getting it right. Despite the picture, it's a bit of a trick, I'm afraid. Prince William is 6'3", which is at 1.91 metres. Harry is 6'1", 1.86. Thalia, don't worry. There's 58 questions to go. 60 questions tonight. Don't worry about being a little bit late. It doesn't matter. You've just missed a question on Daffy Duck and Prince William and Prince Harry. That's all. Number 3. Marrakesh is the capital of Morocco. True or false? All the questions, just true or false. Bang, bang, bang. Now, your tactics here could just be ignore the question and go. Just press the button as quickly as possible and hope for the best. It is false. Capital is Rabat, of course, the capital of Morocco. 64% of you getting that one right. Let's have a look at our top 10 then. We've got St. Deux going into the lead. The Walrus, Shakaria Munchen drops down to 3rd. Cockavan in 4th. Woo the Lotus tagging along with him in 5th. Slippery Jack, Andre, Christy, Quizbears and Alex. You make up the top 10 as it stands. We have got, 6 players undefeated at the moment. 6 players. Idina Menzel sings the line Let It Go 42 times in Let It Go from Frozen. True or false? So we do get a lot of Let It Go questions or Frozen questions. Will there be a Harry Potter question tonight? Probably. Will there be a Friends question? Almost definitely. It's not true. She only sings it 21 times, thankfully. 21 times, not 42. The Walrus becomes the leader with 545 points. Slippery Jack up into second. Alex Christie, St. Durst, Shakaria Munchen is going backwards, but he's already won a prize. He doesn't care. Cockavan, Via Mag, Woover Lotus and Andre are all in the top 10. 56 questions to go. The London Underground is the world's oldest metro system. So just completely random facts here tonight. I hope you enjoy this. This was at your request. I've had a few people suggest doing this for a long time, so I figured it was time to put some effort in here. True is the correct answer. True, 68.6% of you getting that one right. Well, it's looking good, actually. I'm liking this because we've had a different leader almost every question, and after 5, it's now Slippery Jack that goes into the lead. 30 points ahead of Alex, Christie in 3rd, St. Durr in 4th, the Walrus in 5th. Shakaria Munchen gets that one right, but somehow goes down a place in 6th. Theomag, Andre, Charlie coming into 9th, and Quiz Bears in 10th. Number 6. The M&M logo stands for Mars and Murray. For once, I'm not drinking water. I'm having a little Coke Zero. Look at me. Seeing as I'm in the bar, I figured I should have a soft drink. It's true, straight down the middle. M&M, Mars and Murray, the two people that created M&M's, essentially. Mars and Murray. Well done if you got it. Look at this. I don't think we've had this before. 6 questions down. 700 points for Christie. St. Durst, 700 points. Slippery Jack, 700 points. They lead the way. You are separated by your accumulative time to answer over the entire quiz. So the faster you answer throughout the 60 questions, the higher up you will be if you are tied at the end. Number 7. A Long Island iced tea contains gin. True or false? Thalia, how foolish of you to get carried away with working. Let's see how well you can do, Thalia, despite missing some. 'Tis true, 'tis true. It's got everything in it. Vodka, tequila, rum, triple sec, gin, and a splash of cola to give it that iced tea look. Slippery Jack, just like that, leaps into the lead. Christie, St. Durr, they stay on 700 points. Alex Christie. Tommy now up into 6th. Short Coke, Long Water, 7th. Cobra, the Walrus, Shakaria Munchen, down in 10th now. But he's got a prize, he don't care. Number 8. The haggis is the national animal of Scotland. The haggis is the national animal of Scotland. Please, 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 please. I swear I wanted a 100%er tonight and I thought it would be that one, but 13.2% of you believe that the haggis, a food, is the national animal of Scotland. Now, I appreciate there are lots of animals that are essentially food as well, but the national animal is the unicorn. I think that's quite well known. Well, not to 13.2% of you, but it will be now. Slippery Jack leads. Christie, Alex Christie, Tommy, Shortcoat, Long Water, Cobra, St. Durr, the Walrus and Ruxy in the top 10. I did have a lot of fun, Thalia. There is no doubt about it. There is no part of the human body that cannot heal itself. True or false? There is no part of the human body that cannot heal itself. Yeah, Thalia, I've tried to do ridiculous facts, ridiculous made-up facts, and just genuine stuff as well. It is indeed false. Your teeth, of course. Your teeth can't heal as such, like a bone or skin or muscle. 73.1% of you managing to get that. Slippery Jack breaks 1,000 points after 9. Very good, very good. Let's see if you can get to that magical 6,000. Be the first people ever to hit 6,000 points. Christie, Alex, Christie, and Tommy in the top 5. Number 10. All clownfish are born male. True or false? All clownfish are born male. True, and thankfully lots of you knew this one. Actually, more of you knew this one than knew that the haggis was not a animal. But there you go. So all clownfish are born male, and the dominant male in the group becomes the female. And then one's pregnant and does the business, and then the next dominant one, and so on and so forth. Which makes Finding Nemo a very different film once you know that. It really does. Slippery Jack leads, but being caught up now by Christie and Tommy and Shortcoat Long Water in 5th. Here's number 11. Mick Jagger is the youngest member of the Rolling Stones. Member. So have a look at them. Who's the youngest? Just by looking at them, can you tell? 'Tis false, and almost down the middle here, 43.4% of you getting that one right. The youngest is actually Ronnie Wood, second from the right. He was born in 47. Mick and Keith were born in 43. Charlie Watts is the oldest. I think Charlie Watts almost looks younger than all of them, but that's just me. He was born in 41, though. Slippery Jack still leads. Christy St. Alex and the Christy T drops down to 5th. We've got Tommy, Wana, Cesar, Shortcoat Long Water and the Walrus all in the top 10, and it's still relatively close, which is nice. Here's number 12. The Great Wall of China is longer than the distance between London and Beijing. So, the Great Wall of China is longer than the distance between London and Beijing. It's true! Just 30.8% of you getting it right. London to Beijing is just over 8,000 kilometres. The Great Wall of China is 21,196.18 kilometres. I have been there and walked not a lot of it, but quite a few kilometres, not the whole thing. I will say this before people say it's not one wall. It is known as the Great Wall, blah, blah, blah. It's a series of walls that were put together, etc., etc. Can't be seen from space, though. Don't start that nonsense. Slippery Jack still leading. Here's number 13. On IMDb, Friends has a higher rating than The Sopranos. Is that true or false? So there's a Friends question for you. Had to slip a Friends question in here tonight. It is false. Thank God. 55.8% of you. 8.9 though, Friends coming in at, which is understandable. It is one of the greatest sitcoms of all time. The Sopranos, quite rightly, as of this month, 9.2, one of the highest rated TV shows on IMDb. Slippery Jack, having a cracking quiz here. They're now building a lead of 240 points over Christy in second, Alex in third, the Quiz Bears St. Duh. They're all in the top 5. So many questions to come. Next question. In Harry Potter, Draco Malfoy has no siblings. There's a Potter question for you to keep you Potterheads happy. It is lovely there, Thalia. It never feels real, I think, when you're on the Great Wall. I've been over a few times, and when you stand on the wall and have that view, it doesn't feel real. That's just how I felt anyway. It feels quite bizarre. It's false. It is false. Skylar Malfoy is his younger sister. I wouldn't have had a clue, but you know me and Harry Potter. Slippery Jack, not Harry Potter fans either, allowing Christy to close the gap a bit. Alex, Quizbear, Sinter, all in the top 10. Corneliu now coming into the top 10 as well. He's in 7th place. Moving on to question number 15. The actress Carey Mulligan is married to the lead singer of the Kings of Leon. Is that true or false? She's a great actress, is Carey Mulligan. But is she married to, I think his name's Caleb, right? Is it Caleb, the lead singer? Well, she's not, I can tell you that much. It is false. 25% of you getting that one right. For those of you that know your celebrity couples, she is married to Marcus Mumford of Mumford & Sons. Now, Mumford & Sons, such a good band. Massive about, what, 10, 12 years ago? Where are they at the moment? I'm sure they still exist, but they just seem to not be as big as they were, and they should be. They're cracking. Oh, just like that, Christie's got into the lead. It just shows with this quiz how quickly things can turn around. Slippery Jack down to 2nd, and Shortcoat Long Water up to 3rd. Here's number 16. The River Seine in Paris is longer than the River Thames in London. It's another length question. No Tudor, I am the second person that does not remember Skylar Malfoy, but then I don't really remember anybody in Harry Potter. Never read the books, never watched the films. 'Tis true, 'tis true, 'tis true. The Seine is longer, 777 kilometres, almost double, if not more than double, actually. The Thames, which is 346 kilometres. I don't know why we all think the Thames is longer, but it's not. Actually, you guys didn't. 65.4% of you getting that one right. What a tussle we've got between our top players here. Slippery Jack retakes the lead from Christy. Alex up into 3rd. Shortcoat Long Water drops down to 4th. The Quiz Bears in 5th. Woover Lotus in 6th. Love it. The Caracara Navel is a type of orange. I tell you what, the chat is a lot quieter tonight. It feels like you're concentrating on these questions even more than usual, even though there's only true or false options. It is true, 58.8% of you managing to get that one. Slippery Jack, Christy, Shortcoat Long Water, Quizbear Centre, but there's Alina. Come on, Alina. Top 10 finish from you. That would be awesome. You're in 6th. Tommy, Cobra, Alex and George now into the top 10 as well. Loads of new players coming into the top 10. All chop and change, but Slippery Jack leading the way. Here comes question number 18. The scientific name for a starfish is Asteroidea. True or false? I do hope you're enjoying these true or false questions. As Thalia said, I did have a lot of fun writing them. They were quite enjoyable to write. Oh, look at that. You really weren't sure here. Down the middle, 52.8% no, just a slight majority. Getting it right. It is indeed Asteroidea. Slippery Jack, just like that, having lost the lead, has now rebuilt the lead over Christy in second. And George, with a couple of good answers, is just straight up to third. Christy T is in fourth. Short Coat Long Water going backwards to fifth. Quiz Bears, Tudor, St. Dirk, Quiz Engines and Woober Lotus down in 10th now. Here's your next one. Number 19. Madonna has been married 3 times. Is that true or false? Madonna has been married 3 times. Now, I don't want to tempt fate, but I've yet to get any of these facts wrong. It is false, just twice. Sean Penn and then Guy Ritchie. If I've got that wrong, please don't shoot me down. But that was on Wikipedia, so, you know, Wikipedia is never wrong, right? Never, ever wrong. Anyway, not all of our top players got that. Well, Slippery Jack didn't get it, allowing St. Dirt to move up into second over Christy, Tudor. Woover Lotus, just like that, from 10th up to 5th, her highest point so far. George, Alina, Cobra, Christy, Short Coat Long Water is going backwards there down into 10th. Here's number 20. The Atlanta Falcons have never won a Super Bowl, so it's an NFL question. True or false? The Atlanta Falcons have never won a Super Bowl. It is true. There's 12 teams that have never won a Super Bowl, believe it or not. It feels like, you know, they probably all have, particularly with the draft system. You'd think that some teams do. Falcons have had a couple of decent seasons, but never won the big one. Slippery Jack gets it right. St. Dirk, Christy, Tudor, Alina. But not our little Alina. No, she's disappeared out the top 10. It was an NFL question. Oh, I'm so sorry, Alina. Come on, fight back. I want to see your name on the board. Next question. Harry Styles' middle name is Free. Alina is like Russian roulette with 1 bullet and just 2 chambers, right? It is false, but thank you to those of you that thought that his real name is Harry Freestyles. No, made up. His middle name's Edward, same as me. That's all we've got in common. Slippery Jack breaks 2,000 points. Oh, I think they're going to find it tough to reach 6,000 tonight. After 21 questions, they have got 2,000. Christy back into second. Alina third. Family Turk fourth. St. Dirt is in fifth. We've got a few more questions before we hit some of those footy questions. Here's number 22. The only letter not in the periodic table is the letter J. Alina, I think you're right. There's a massive element of luck tonight as well, isn't there? But isn't it fun to sort of have a bit of fun with these quizzes? Yeah, it's true. 77.4% of you managing to get that one. Slippery Jack. Let's go through the top 10 then. Slippery Jack, Christy, Alina is now up to third. St. Dirt in fourth. The Family Turp, our reigning champions, suddenly from nowhere up into fifth. Tommy, you're in sixth. Dorinel in 7th, Christy T in 8th, Cobra in 9th. The Walrus is sitting in 10th position, which I believe is a pizza position. I think we give it for 10th. Yeah, we do, don't we? Yeah, we do. Number 23. Spaghetto is the singular word for a piece of spaghetti. Alina, 24th. You were in 5th a second ago. Honestly, it only takes a couple of questions. And a bit of luck. It is true. I love this. Generally, Italian words ending in O are singular and words ending in I are plural. Lots of spaghetto make spaghetti. Spaghetto. One piece of spaghetti is a spaghetto. That's a lovely bit of trivia, is that? Slippery Jack had a big lead, but they're being reeled in a little bit by Alina. She's being chased by Christy. The Family Turk go up a place into 4th. Tommy now sits in 5th. Christy, Quiz Bears, Dorinel, Cobra and St. Dirt all in the top 10. Here comes number 24. Hillary Clinton and Celine Dion are first cousins. True or false? Hillary Clinton and Celine Dion are first cousins. Yeah, that one's false. 77.4% of you managing to get that one. Totally made up. I just happened to find that image and I thought they look like they could be first cousins, but one is American and one is French. Is she French or Swiss? She is French. She just represented Switzerland, right, at the Eurovision. She is French. Sure she is. Anyway, Slippery Jack, Alina, Christy, Family Terp, Tommy, Christy, Quizbear, St. Dirk, Cobra, George back into the top 10. Here's number 25. And we're on to the Euros. The Euro trophy is called the Damiano David Trophy. So 10 questions on the Euros. They are all true or false. Oh, has Gareth Bale missed a penalty? Charlie, I can't see. It is false. And for those of you that have been paying attention in recent weeks, Damiano David is the lead singer of Maneskin, who won the Eurovision Song Contest, that chap. So well done if you got that. Alina knew that. She's got into the lead over Slippery Jack, Christy, Family Terp and Tommy. We're going to be looking for Charlie here. This is Charlie's round. Let's see if Charlie can get up into the top 10. Do keep me posted with the football score. You're welcome, Alina. I did think of you when I wrote that. The National Stadium in Bucharest will host 4 matches during Euro 2020. True or false? The National Stadium in Bucharest will host 4 matches during Euro 2020. It is true. 64.8%. Getting it right. A couple already. One's been played there so far. 3 group games. All the group games from Group C. And then a knockout game. We don't know who that's going to be yet. But it could be Portugal, I think. It could be Portugal. That would be great, wouldn't it? Ronaldo in Bucharest. Be a hot old ticket to get hold of. Right, Alina still leads, but the Family Terp have moved up into second. They do know their football, so this could be rather helpful for them. Slippery Jack, Tommy, Quizbears in the top 5. Here's your next one. Only 8 teams played in the first tournament in 1960. Is that true or false? All right, Charlie. So thank you for that. You were in 24th place. Let's see if you can move on up. Not seeing you in the top 10 just yet. It is false, and just 18.9% of you getting that one right. There were just 4 teams in the first tournament in 1960. France, Yugoslavia, USSR, and Czechoslovakia. It's funny to think that essentially 3 of those countries do not exist anymore. But there you go, just 4 teams. Family Terp, just like that, into the lead. 5 points only, though, leading the way. Alina, Quizbears, Christy, Slippery Jack in the top 5. Yeah, Tudor, exactly. Portugal or France we're expecting, right? That's going to be awesome. Cristiano Ronaldo has played more games at the Euros than any other player in history. Now, he did break some records yesterday, but does he hold this record? All eyes are definitely going to be on Bucharest with that next game, the next round game. It is true. Up until the start of the current tournament, he had played 21 games. He's now played a couple more. And he's also the all-time goal scorer, which is well done him. Anyway, Alina knows her Euros. She's gone back into the lead over the Family Terp, Slippery Jack, Tommy and St. Durst. Still no sign here of Charlie yet, but Alex has come into the top 10 off the back of these questions. This is why we have these random rounds, to try and help a few of you out. Spain are the only country to have retained the trophy. Now, from the picture, you can see that they have won it, but are they the only country to have retained it? True or false? It is true, and 62.3% of you getting that one right. 2008 and 2012 is when they won it. Alina holds on to the lead. Family Terps and Dirk, Quizbears, Quizengers, Slippery Jack, Tommy, Short Coke, Long Water are making a bit of a comeback here. Christy's gone down to 9th now, and Cobra's in 10th. We're still looking for Charlie. Got to at least improve on that 24th, Charlie, I'd like to think. And keep me posted on that football score. It looks like Wales are still winning 1-0, which is great. Number 30. Euro 2020 is being hosted in 12 different countries. The number of points you have make out your year of birth. Oh dear. Well, that's not so bad. You can't be that far behind then. You've got at least, what, 1980 something. 1990 something. I don't know how old you are, Alina. I've forgotten. It is false. There's just 11 host countries. Seville, London, Glasgow, Amsterdam, Munich, Rome, Copenhagen, Budapest, St. Petersburg, Bucharest and Baku are the cities that are hosting. There were 12. One of them got cancelled. I can't remember which one after COVID and what have you. But there's only 11 anyway, so it was false. Alina still leads, but Family Terp closed the gap. St. Dirt in 3rd. Here's your next one. Denmark won Euro 92 after replacing Russia, who were disqualified. 1985, I did know that, but I didn't want to say the wrong thing. I knew it was 1985. Now, they did win it, but they did not replace Russia. It was Yugoslavia that were disqualified due to the war that was going on in the country there, the civil war. So Yugoslavia got kicked out. Denmark never qualified for Euro 92, got back in, and went on to win it, albeit with a very boring team. The back pass rule was essentially changed to goalkeepers after Denmark won. That's all they were doing, scoring and then back passing all the time. Alina still leads. Next question. Romania has never lost to England at a Euro tournament. That's it, Charlie. It was Dublin, right? Dublin got kicked out. Not kicked out, but Dublin had to be scrapped. It was 12, but it's now being hosted in 11. It is true. They've only played the once, though. Famous old game it was. Romania won 3-2 with a last-minute penalty. Phil Neville. Still bitter. Still bitter. Anyway, doesn't matter. Family Turp go into the lead by just 20 points from Alina. Short coat, long water. Great round for you. Quiz Bears, you're up into 4th. Tommy is in 5th. It does help, doesn't it, Alina, having a name that somebody else has. Spain and Portugal co-hosted the tournament in 2000. Is that true or false? Spain popping up a few times here, but it is the Euros, isn't it? So not really that surprising. So France won it. You can see that from the picture. And it's false. It was co-hosted by Belgium and the Netherlands for the first time. It was the first time that it was co-hosted by 2 countries. Belgium and the Netherlands we were looking for. So that was false. 47.2% getting it right. Just 10 points separating Family Turp and Alina. But this has been a good round for both of those two. They seem to have done their homework on the Euros. Quiz Bear sit in 3rd. Charlie up into 9th. There you go. You're in that top 10, Charlie. This is a good round for you. Number 34. No Euro Championship final has ever been decided on penalties. True or false? No Euro Championship final has ever been decided on penalties. It is false, but there was just one. Czechoslovakia beating West Germany back in 1976. Famously, Antonin Panenka was the chap that scored it when he chipped it just down the middle of the goal, and a penalty of that style is now known as a Panenka. That is Gareth Southgate, Euro 96. That's the semi-final zone, not the final. Right, as we come out the back end, 3,250 points for Alina, 3,250 points for the Family Turp. How exciting. We're at past the halfway point, 26 to go. Cardi B's real name is Belcalis Marlinis Almanzar. We're into random general knowledge, true or false again, and we have got a battle royale right here. Our top 2 players after 34 questions are tied. Amazing. It is true. 84.9% of you getting that one right. Both of our top players got it right, but Alina answered ever so slightly quicker. Holding on to the lead. Family Turp, Quiz Bear, St. Durst, Short Coat, Long Water, Tommy Alex, Stoiker is there. Cockervan in 8th. Quizenges and Cobra is our top 10. Those football questions are done and done, Alina, so you can relax now. We're just going to get a load of random stuff coming at you. Christian, you didn't get any points of that entire round? Not any? All right, look at that meme. It's a screenshot from the movie Leaving Las Vegas. True or false? So it is Nicolas Cage. I think you can all recognise that, but it is false. 52.8% of you getting that one right. It's known as the Don't Say meme, and it's from a movie called Vampire's Kiss, which I've got to be honest, I've never heard of. Shoot me down in flames if you feel that's what you want to do, but I've never heard of Vampire's Kiss. I'm sure it's great. 0 points on the Euro questions, Christian. Even 50-50, you should have got half of them, like in theory, right? Just guessing. Never mind. That's quite a task to get them all wrong. Another day, you could have guessed and got all 10 right. Alina still leads. Bananas are curved because they grow upwards towards sunlight. 3rd down to 13. Never mind, Christian. You could still get into the top 10. Tis true, 47.2%. It's called negative geotropism. It means the fruit grows upwards to break through the canopy of the trees. But yeah, they curve towards the sun. It's rather lovely. Or sunlight. Not necessarily towards the sun, but towards sunlight, if that makes sense. Wherever the sunlight is, that's what they do. That's why I worded it like that, because they don't curve towards the sun. They curve towards the sunlight, which is different. Alina, Quiz Bears now into 2nd. Family Turp dropped down to 3rd. Short Coat, Long Water and St. Dirt in 5th. Friends actress Jennifer Aniston appeared in the pilot for Frasier, but was fired after 1 episode. True or false? Kind of a Friends question again. You are spoilt, Friends fans. Spoilt. It's false. It was actually a co-star from Friends, Lisa Kudrow. She was going to play Roz. In fact, she did in the pilot, but she didn't go down well with test audiences whatsoever. Lost the role, but it was good for her because she went into Friends instead, which kind of worked out, I would say. So yeah, false. Just 37.7% of you getting that one right. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, Alina has built a bit of a lead. In fact, a lead of 400 points over Quiz Bears. Family Terp in third. Shortcoat Longwater, Alex in fifth. The actress Emma Roberts is the daughter of Julia Roberts. True or false? There they are together. Is that true? Is that false? They certainly have the same smile, don't they? But it's false. No fooling you. They are related. She's her niece. Eric Roberts is her father. Eric Roberts, the actor, who Julia Roberts didn't talk to for a long time, but they're friends again. They are siblings at the end of the day, and so they should be. Right, what we got then? Alina still maintaining that lead, a good healthy lead over the Quiz Bears, Family Terp, Shortcoat Longwater, Alex Stoiker. Looking at the whole top 10, we've got Cocker Van, Tommy St. Dirk, Cobra and the Walrus all there in the top 10. Here's question 40. All hurricanes spin in a clockwise direction. Is that true or false? All hurricanes spin in a clockwise direction. All right, that one is false, 56.6%. Now, this is one of those things that depends on where you are in the hemisphere, which hemisphere you are in. They spin counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere and opposite direction in the southern hemisphere. A bit like toilets, but with toilets, of course, you can change the direction. They will go either way you want. So if you flush a toilet and it goes one way, you can just give it a push, if it's clean water, and make it go the other way. Little bit more difficult to do with a hurricane, if I'm being honest. 4,000 points now for Alina, who still holds on to her lead. Here's number 41. Brazil is the only country in the Americas to have the official language of Portuguese. True or false? I think most of you know they speak Portuguese there, but is there any other country that has it as an official language? True or false? It is true. There's only one, and 75.9% of you getting that one right. Alina finally getting one wrong, allowing Family Terp to jump up into second over the Quiz Bears. They got that wrong as well. That's surprising with just a quarter of you getting it wrong. Our top two players did, but there you go. That's how this quiz works. Alina, Family Terp, Quiz Bears, Shortcoat Longwater, who have been in the top 10 for a long time. Can they push on up into the top three? Alex Stoiker in fifth. Here comes question number 42. We're at 42 already. Stephen Hawking declined a knighthood from the Queen. True or false? Yeah, back in the 90s, he did it as a protest against the lack of funding for sciences and because he genuinely, personally didn't like titles. So 57.4% of you getting it right. I don't want to hear any jokes about he didn't accept it because he didn't want the Queen to say, "Arise, Sir Stephen." No, that's not funny. Alina gets that one wrong, and the Family Terp are closing the gap. The Quiz Bears in third, Shortcoat Longwater, Alex Stoiker. It's the same top five, but it's getting close. Number 43. The mathematical name for the shape of a Pringle is a hyperbolic paraboloid. True or false? Thalia, those are your two reasons for going to Australia: to see the water flush in a toilet and to see a wombat. Those are your two reasons. Wow. True, 94.4%. Apparently, you know more about mathematical names for Pringle shapes than you do about haggises. Okay, Alina. 4,215. The Family Terp have also reached 4,000 points. In fact, 4,000 points exactly, but they are still being chased by the Quiz Bears. Here's number 44. Michael Keaton's real name is Michael Jackson. So the actor Michael Keaton, is his real name Michael Jackson? Now, I don't expect you to know all of these, but take a guess if you're not sure. It is false, 42.6%. His name, he had to change it because it was actually Michael Douglas. So he is born Michael Douglas. There is another very famous actor. You may have heard of him, Michael Douglas. So he became Michael Keaton. Great question for Alina because Family Terp got that wrong, allowing the Quiz Bears as well to take advantage. They've gone back into second, a real tussle between our top three. But Shortcoat Longwater is also catching up. Here is number 45. The middle ring on the Olympic flag is black. We're now discussing wombats. Yes, Charlie, you're right. Wombats, I believe they have a cuboid poop, right? They have cube poop. There you go. Alina knew it. We've spoke about it before. It is true over here with the middle ring on the Olympic flag. It is indeed black. 51.9% of you smashing that one, getting it right. Alina still leads, but the family Terp, just when they think they're dropping back, they're back up again. Look at this. They're giving chase. They're not giving up their title easy. Remember, they are on for 3 in a row, and it's very hard to win this quiz 3 in a row. But they've got some ground to make up on Alina. She still leads the way. 15 questions remain, though. Here's number 46. Seahorses do not have teeth. You can see that Charlie's doing rather well here as well. The football questions have played right into his hands. He's gone from, 24th before the football round. He's now up to 6th place. This is true. No teeth, and they don't have a stomach. Rather lovely. 63% getting that one right. Oh, family Terp. It's up and down like a yo-yo for you guys. Alina, she's just getting stuff right here. Left, right, and centre. Still leads. Quiz Bears, Family Terp, Short Coat, Long Water, and Alex is your top 5. 14 questions remain. I never thought we'd be talking about wombat poop here tonight, but here we are. On to question number 47. True or false, no film has ever won all 5 of the main Oscars, which are film, director, actor, actress, and screenplay. So has any movie ever done that? Or is it yet to be done? True or false? Okay, the correct answer here is false. 3 of them have managed to do it. It Happened One Night, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and The Silence of the Lambs. It has been achieved 3 times. Yes, Charlie, if you're talking about seahorses, it is the males that give birth. I think essentially the females give birth, but they implant it into... No, it's the other way, isn't it? They implant the eggs into the male, who then carries it and gives birth, essentially. Yeah. Nice trivia. Well done, Charlie. Donald Duck's sister is named Donna. Look at Alina's lead here. It's massive now. More than 550-point lead she has. Can she be caught? This has played right into her hands tonight. It is false, 44.4%. Her name is Delia, sometimes called Dumbella as well. She married an unnamed duck. They never named the father of Huey, Dewey and Louie, who are Donald's nephews. That's quite interesting, isn't it? You think they'd have come up with a name for him by now. Anyway, still Alina, Quiz Bears. Short Coat, Long Water have indeed gone into 3rd place. Can they move on another place and get into 2nd? Family Terp down to 4th. Alex Stoiker 5th. Still 12 questions to go. Loads of points available. The first food to be grown and eaten in space was potatoes. Is that true or false? I think Jeremy would be very grateful to get a phone call these days, Jen. He hasn't got much work on, has he? It is false, 39.6%. Now, they have grown and harvested food in space, but it was a crop of red lettuce, which was eaten on the International Space Station back in 2015. I think if you're thinking of potatoes, you're probably thinking of The Martian, right? I think he grows them up there. Does he? Matt Damon? I think he grows potatoes. Anyway, Alina still leads. Quiz Bears Family Terp back into 3rd. Here is question 50 out of 60. When written as a number, there are 5 zeros in 100,000. When written as a number, there are 5 zeros in 100,000. I'm expecting this to be relatively high, but of course, the faster you can answer, the more points you will get. Give me 100%. No! We didn't get 100%. 92.5% of you getting it right. Yes. 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 5 zeros. All right, Alina, you've broken 5,000. Could you do this with 10 questions to go? Could you reach 6,000 points? You're looking good for the win. It's going to take an almighty collapse. You're going to go one of 2 ways. You're either going to collapse and lose it all, or you're going to hit 6,000. Come on, one of the 2. Here's number 51. Commercial toilet paper first went on sale in 1857. Commercial toilet paper first went on sale in 1857. What I want to know is, why is there no national holiday celebrating the day that toilet paper was on sale? Could you imagine the joy people must have had when medicated paper for the water closet was sold for 50 cents? Anyway, true, 62.3%. Alina charging towards that 6,000. Can she get there? The Quiz Bears and Family Terp still giving chase. They could still catch her. You never know. Here's number 52. President Theodore Roosevelt's son was called Elmo. Underground toilet paper. Okay, so a National Toilet Day, but it needs to be a National Toilet Paper Day, surely. 'Tis false, 25.9%. He was actually called Kermit. I think we've asked about that before, have we not? I'm not sure. Alina continues the charge. She needs 700 points from 8 questions. Oh, she's only got to get 7 out of 8 right. I say only. That's going to be really tough. Alina, Quiz Bears, Family Terp, Short Coat, Long Water, Alex, Delia and Martin up into 6th. Charlie, Cockervan, Tommy and St. Durr. Let's see how high up you can all finish, everybody. Here's number 53. January the 1st, 2021 was a Friday. True or false? Think back. Were you hungover on a Friday? Well, you possibly were, but it definitely was. It is true. 68.5%. Well done to those of you that managed to click on your calendar on your computers if you happen to have it there. If you managed to do that in time, fair play to you. Oh, Alina, didn't get that. So, Alina, we're all watching you. 7 questions to go and 700 points needed. The Quiz Bears closed the gap a little bit. Family Terps sit in 3rd, but they're being caught by Short Coat, Long Water. Oh, the excitement. Here is number 54. All eyes on Alina here. Alliumphobia is the fear of garlic. Alliumphobia is the fear of garlic. Is that true or false? I really wanted to find a better quality GIF from Dracula Dead and Loving It there, but that's the best I could find. It is true. Alina, she gets it. We're watching you, Alina. Come on now. 67.9%. Smashing that and getting it right. Still Quiz Bears, Family Terp, Short Coat, Long Water and Alex in 5th. But everybody now watching Alina to see, can she become our first player to reach 6,000 points? Charlie, is it still 1-0? I guess it is. Otherwise you'd have told me. Here is number 55 out of 60. Ostriches stick their heads in the sand when they feel threatened. Is that true or false? True or false? It is, of course, false. 54% of you still believing that's true. It's an absolute myth. They just don't do it. They would die. They wouldn't be able to breathe. I mean, that's the obvious thing to note. It is an older urban myth. Urban, like you get ostriches walking down like Lambeth High Street. Yeah, what am I saying? Anyway, it's false. 45.3% getting it right. Alina, 5,580. She's got 5 questions to get, 420 points here. Quiz Bears, Family Terp, Short Coat, Long Water, Delia Martin. That's your top 5. Next question. Every year the moon moves about 4 centimetres closer to the earth. True or false? 2-0 to the Welsh. Go on, the Wales. See, I'm English and I can still support Wales and Scotland. Pay attention, Welsh and Scottish fans. It's false. 37% of you getting it right. Alina doesn't get it. It actually goes the other way, 4 centimetres further away. Who was sent up to measure that? What a crap job that would be. Anyway. It does move away, not closer. So it's false, 37%. We've got 4 questions left. Alina, you kind of need to get them all. Oh, Quiz Bear's still in 2nd. Family Terp in 3rd. Good luck, Alina. Here's number 57. A tortoise's shell is sensitive to touch. So, Alina, we need you to not only get these right, but to bang in some bonus points here as well. We're looking at your score. She gets it. She gets it. This is brilliant. It is true. 64.8% of you managing to get it. Alina, she needs 300 points from 3 questions. Will she become one of our all-stars, the first player to ever hit 6,000 points? Quiz Bears and Family Terp still in 2nd and 3rd, but it's all about Alina here. 3 to go. Ooh. I've no idea what the questions are. Here's number 58. The lion costume from The Wizard of Oz was made from real lions. True or false? We're looking at Alina's score. She's got 5,700 points. And as the time is up on that question, she stays on 5,700 points. It's true. Oh, yes, it was made from real lion pelts. Oh, Alina, you get it wrong. You're still in the lead. You're still going to win this quiz. But 5,700 points, the only way you could hit 6,000 points now is to get Both of the next questions with maximum bonus points. Take a guess. Just don't look at the question. Answer quick. Answer within a second. You could do this. Here's number 59. Prince Philip is widely credited with the invention of the party popper. True or false? I really hope Alina just went for it. Oh, she's going to come so close. She gets it right. 5,835 points. I love the fact that 41.5% of you think it's true. He didn't invent the party popper. It is false. Alina, Quizbears, Family Terp, Shortcoat, Longwater, Christy. That's your top 5. Let's see how high up you can finish, everybody. You've got one more question. Alina, oh, you're going to come so close to that magical 6,000. But let's see if you can get the last one right as well. Here is question 60 from 60. The toenail of your little toe is called the spungle. Is that true or false? A spungle. It is false, 34.6%, and Alina got it right. Look how close. So, spungle, according to the Urban Dictionary, means to deplete one's savings on the most marvellous yet frivolous possessions and services. You've gone and spungled your wages again, haven't you? Oh, Alina, how close were you? 5,970 points. You're going to get the win. You were that close to becoming our first player to hit 6,000 points. 3, 2, 1. Very well deserved. There are your victory sprinkles, all yours. Oh, you did answer so quickly, and you always answer really quickly. And tonight, it really paid off. This true or false quiz, it really worked for you. 3 minutes and 27 seconds. If anybody had been remotely close to you and tied with you, you would have won. Because you answered so quickly. If you look down the list, Christy, also lightning. Oh, but let's go down to the Walrus. Just 2 minutes and 38 to answer questions. Well done to the Quiz Bears who get the runners-up spot, and Family Terp who back up their previous 2 wins with a 3rd place win. That's not too bad. Looking down the list, it's going to be Cockavan in 10th place who's going to pick himself up a pizza. But remember, we have got a ton of pizza to give away, so lots of you are going to win. We'll quickly go over the prizes very, very quickly for you. So we started off with our fastest first question. That was won by Shakaria Munchin, who I believe is Christian. Christian, drop me a line and let me know when you want to go along on Friday, Saturday or Sunday. This coming weekend, a bottle of wine is at the bar for you. So Alina, very well deserved. I do hope that we get a nice picture of you and a friend down at Infinity. Drop me a line to remind me with your phone number and I'll put you in touch with the owner so that you can book and go along and enjoy it. Pizza then. Pizza, definitely Cockavan in 10th place. Well done, Mihai. You picked yourself up a pizza. 15th, 20th, 25th, 30th, 35th and 40th. If you are in one of those positions this evening, please send me your name and your phone number and where you finished, and I will hook you up with a pizza within the coming week. Well done to you. Who got 50th? You're going to get yourself the 1-month membership at F45 training here in Bucharest, plus the chance to choose a theme for 10 questions at next week's quiz. Now, there is a caveat to that. It's not going to be next week. It will be the week after. We will discuss that in a second. But first of all, let's give away a prize on the Lucky Wheel. The Lucky Wheel for gold and silver Patreons. We will head over there now and let's give away 100 lei to spend in store at Afro Nelly's. Here we are then on the wheel, just wanting to look over at the chat. So, yeah, 2-0 to the Welsh, which is awesome. Alina, ruining your reputation for being bad at quizzes. Come on, Alina, how well did you do? 29th you ended up. That's okay. Charlie got excited when Wales scored. That's good. Sue, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I thought it was fun as well. I was worried that it would be too much, every question being true or false. But it kind of worked, didn't it? It kind of worked. Right, let's have a quick look at what we've got going on over here. 30-second spin. Let's change it to 28. Why not? 28. Disco music will play, and you're on there 3 times if you are a gold and 1 time if you are a silver Patreon. We will shuffle you up. Thanks, Christian. Maybe we'll do another one of those. It's a fun one to write because essentially I can write anything, and it's a lot easier for me to check as well because you're making sure it's obviously true or false. So it's a fun one to do. Maybe we'll do it again. Right, away we go. 100 lei to spend at Afro Nelly's. Who's it gonna be on the wheel tonight? Some very happy winners of down at Afro Nelly's, I have to say. Oh, it's not going to be the Terps. It's on Vlad. It moves on to Christian. Is it going to stay on Christian? It's going to be a close one here. It's edging towards Andre, but no, it stays with Christian. So Christian, I think this makes up for your terrible luck. Terrible luck. There you are in the chat as well. Your terrible luck on the 10 questions for football. If you'd have done well there, you could have won this quiz tonight, but you've just got yourself a prize, 100 lei to spend down at Afro Nelly's. Do let me know when you plan to go. It must be within 2 weeks, and I will let Cassandra know down there, and she'll be there to greet you. Tudor, thanks for your kind words. That's really nice. Saying that you enjoyed it. Yeah, do you know what? I'm really pleased with how that went. I was genuinely concerned, but it might get a bit boring. Same thing every time. But it's fun, isn't it? You know what's coming. You haven't got to concentrate on the answers. You've just got to think, is this true or false? Bosh, bosh. Easy. So maybe we'll do that for you again. But in the meantime, we've got to remind you there are some different things happening in the coming weeks. Well done, Christian, mate. I hope you'll enjoy it. You will enjoy it. You and Radhika are going to have fun going down there and shopping. There are a couple of things to remember. First of all, next week, next Wednesday, no Fast 50 quiz, but I'm looking forward to seeing some of you tonight in person down at Mojo, up in the karaoke room. We've only got room for 20 teams. They can be maximum teams of 4. Please maximise your team if you're planning on coming. Please have your full team of 4 people. If you are a team of 2, you will possibly be sat at another table with a team of 2, but we're begging you, please try and just come along with 4. That's good. Silver and gold patrons, if you want to come, your entry is free, remember, for you, not for your teammates, but for you. And the game is followed by Portugal v France. So I apologise to anyone that's loving the online quizzes, but I can't be in 2 places at once. We are looking forward to getting out into the wild and doing a proper quiz again. And there will be more speed quizzes to come, remember, more speed quizzes to come very soon. And then that means that takes us up to the end of the month. And the end of the month, the last quiz of the month, is always a team quiz. We've done a few of these now, and it will be the next quiz that we do. So in 2 weeks' time, it will be the team quiz. You know how it works. I will send out a reminder to make sure you all know what you're doing. But you need to send me your team name so I can load them onto the system. And this quiz will be open to absolutely anybody, whether they are a Patreon or not. Okay, it doesn't matter if they're not Patreons. Everybody is welcome, so you can invite anybody to come and play. You can sit in the pub and play along as a team. It's up to you. So that's in 2 weeks' time. But no quiz next week because we are quizzing in the real world. And then we will be back again after that for your team quiz. Yeah, Christian, you're going to love going down there. They've got some really lovely stuff. You can buy really cool ingredients and what have you. You might even get to see Kingsley when you're down there, which will be rather nice as well. So there you go. Well done to all of our winners. Bad luck to Alina. I say bad luck with an astonishing score of 5,970. She came so close to hitting that 6,000. I think if we do true or false again, we'll have to do 60 questions and see if anybody else can hit 6,000. That would be fun. We will be back on Saturday evening as well with game night. If you want to come and play game night, you've just got to be a silver or a gold patron. We're having so much fun over there. We give away really cool prizes as well. At the weekend, it will be Banjo Jack. 2 of you will win dinner at Banjo Jack. We've also got Funko Pops from Red Goblin. We give away prizes in our little mini quiz. We select the theme on the night. You never know what it's going to be. It's either going to be literature, famous bars, art, or toys and games. That's it. I remembered. Those are the 4 themes. We randomly choose one on the wheel. Whichever one comes up, that's the quiz that we do, and we give away theme prizes on that as well. So we also do our 3-second movie game, which was solved relatively quickly again at the weekend. But that's a brilliant fun game. So come and join us for game night if you really want to. And other than that, remember, England playing. Oh, Radhika, I'm sorry, we'll miss you on Saturday. Maybe you can just, if the wedding's boring, just tune in anyway and play along. You can play the quiz. They won't know. It'll all be over in 10 minutes. It'll be fine. England against Scotland. Mojo. Friday night, 10 o'clock kickoff. We actually have a private party that night where we're doing some sing-along bingo as well. First time back in the wild for 16 months doing some sing-along bingo, but it is for a private party, so it's not open to everybody. We're looking forward to Addy and I going along and doing that and trying to remember how to do it. You're the godparents, therefore they can't tell you to leave. That's perfect, Radhika. Just play the quiz. Whatever. And if it's toys and games, you can promise to give all the toys and games to the child. So that's perfect. All right, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening. There is football on tonight. Remember, all the games being shown at Mojo. Get down there and support your local bar, because we're so pleased that they're back open. We will be in there for real next Wednesday, seeing some of you face to face. But hopefully I'll get to see a few of you maybe on Friday night for the England game as well. Whatever you do for the rest of the night, stay safe. I'll do the update over on Facebook, and I will see some of you on Friday, and hopefully some more of you on Saturday, and then lots of you next week on Wednesday night at Mojo. Good night, everybody. Be good.